So I spent the last 25 years working with enterprises both in the US and Europe, generally helping them make significant changes. So switch to digital or maybe to reorganizations or restructurings. Obviously I've worked a lot in the software industry, helping organizations do things more efficiently, do things more effectively, and help large organizations try and become more innovative. So doing more with less, the Size Zero Enterprise Handbook is kind of what it says. So it's accumulation of a lot of thinking and observing on changes that have been going on in the world, which have meant that I think business today is very different. It's very different. And being big is no longer best. You can't just rely on the products or the solutions that you've had for the last decade, 2 decades, 10 decades. Things are moving much faster, and I think we've got this sort of fusion of both the economic change that's come around through obviously the big depression that we saw recently and the still low growth world that we operate in, with considerable technological change, which has meant that I think there's a very different handbook to operating a business today, and we try to reflect that. Yeah, I mean, the book's been in the market now just a couple of months. The feedback's been absolutely fantastic. There's loads of reviews on Amazon, so you can go and check it out for yourself. And I've had an overwhelming amount of feedback from CEOs and CFOs and people that have read the book and genuinely fed back that it's been a short, concise, but really, a provocative book that's made them really rethink some of the things that they're doing, and that's the most important thing. The reason why we came up with a very practical handbook rather than something more academic perhaps is because I'm just a business guy, and certainly whenever I've read business books, I've found the most valuable ones have been the ones that have sort of cut to the chase and given me some really valuable steps, some things to think about, but just a few steps that I could go and apply in the business. And we tried to really follow those principles with the Size Zero Enterprise Handbook. Blur absolutely does more with less. In fact, the whole essence of the handbook was the practical sides of it were designed about implementing it at Blur, and we've been implementing it at Blur Group now for many years. So there's a lot of stuff in there that is truly practiced and developed. But also we spent time researching how other large organizations and how innovative organizations have been applying similar sorts of approaches. So I think it's very rich in the application. It's not just theory. But yes, we absolutely live by it at Blur. This won't be the last book you'll see from me. In fact, we're already working on another book, which is a bigger tome. It tries to really set the broader scenery. It gives a lot more on the history, takes you through a similar theme, and it will be coming out by year end, and it's called The Road to Zero, and we're very excited about it.